Your communication hub and literary art center of Sdo Isabela. Sdo English Academy.
An analogy describes the relationship between words. Subject, verb, or teacher.
On air. English Academy.
Good morning, grade 8 students. I am your mentor on air, Teacher Terence Chris Arellano from Ramon National High School, and I'm glad you're tuning in again to our English Academy on air for grade 8. I believe you're so excited to learn another meaningful lesson today. I guess everyone is ready for the lesson 2 of our third module in English 8. But before we proceed, let me ask you if you can still recall our previous lesson. Please tell me now. You're correct. Our lesson was about the use of modal verbs. During our last episode, I gave you a quiz. Can you still recall the instruction given? You are correct. You have to choose among the given choices on the correct word or the appropriate modal verbs that would best complete the given sentences. I can feel that you're all excited to know if your answers are correct. So, let's check then. For number 1, Jana blank turned 18 this year, but because of the pandemic, we have canceled all the preparations and reservations. The correct answer is, that's right. It's letter D, will. For number 2, to look pleasant is a key in getting a job. So, you blank wear appropriate attire for your interview. The correct answer is C, should. Let's have number 3. During the enhanced community quarantine, only those who have quarantine passes blank go outside from their houses to buy necessities. What is the correct answer? Yes, you're correct. It's letter A, can. For number 4, my father works abroad, but he promised that he blank return home on my graduation day. The correct answer is letter D, will. And for the last item, everyone blank obey the health protocols given by the government to prevent the spread of the virus and stop the pandemic. What do you think is the correct answer? Very good. It's letter D, must. Please count your points. Who among you got 2 and below? How about 3 and above? Well, congratulations! I believe all of you got high scores. Keep it up! Your scores show that you are ready for our next lesson. Am I right, class? Wow! I'm happy to know that. So this time, let's proceed to our lesson 2 in module 3, where you are expected to identify modal nouns used in sentences and construct sentences using appropriate modal nouns. Now, do you still remember the announcement about the enhanced community quarantine? What was your reaction to it? Open your learning module on page 13 and we'll know the reaction of Peter and Donna. Let's read their dialogue and find out if you have the same reaction. Peter called Donna through phone and said, "Donna, did you hear that it is an obligation for persons below 21 years old to stay at home during enhanced community quarantine?" Donna replied, "Really, Peter? I thought it is only a possibility." Peter immediately said, "That is what I heard in the news." Donna explained, "Well, whether it is an obligation or just a possibility, it is a necessity that we protect ourselves from the virus. Right, Peter?" Peter ended their conversation through his answer, "You're right, Donna." Do you have the same reaction with Peter and Donna? Have you noticed the words obligation, possibility, and necessity that they use in their conversation? What do you think are these words? Yes, these words are called modal nouns. Again, these are modal nouns. Just like our previous lesson about modal verbs, modal nouns also express the quality or state in some manner other than as a simple fact. Modal nouns express modality in a given situation. Before we further discuss about modal nouns, let's answer the first activity entitled Be Puzzled, which is found on page 15 of your module. Please find words which are formed horizontally or vertically. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper, and after our short infomercial, we'll check your answers.
Isabela. SDO.
Hey, what are you reading? Do you even understand what it says?
Of course, as long as I have my dictionary. This book is called A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. It's a classic.
What's so fun with reading? You should see my new dance challenge. It has so many views already.
Nah, I'll watch it after I'm done with this book. After all, this can also be a challenge, you know.
Where's the fun in that?
Have you ever heard about Every Child a Reader program or ECARP? It aims to equip learners with reading skills to make them proficient and independent readers. It's StepEd's challenge to us, to read and learn. If I were you, take the reading challenge now.
Wow, sounds interesting. Lend me a book then.
This information is from the Department of Education and this station.
We're back, grade 8 learners. Are you still with me? In a loud and clear voice, please say, "Yes, teacher." Thank you so much, learners. Your energy is so inspiring. We'll now check your answers. What are the words you found in the grid? Yes, you got those correctly. These words are opportunity, possibility, ability, willingness, certainty, requirement, and obligation. Let's give a big hand to all who got the correct answers. The words opportunity, possibility, ability, willingness, certainty, requirement, and obligation that you have found in the grid are examples of modal nouns, which express the quality or state in some manner other than as a simple fact. For better understanding about modal nouns, we are going to study the meaning of each modal noun and we'll use this in a sentence. Let's have the first modal noun, which is possibility. Possibility means the condition or fact of being possible. Can you use it in a sentence? Thank you for trying to construct a sentence. We'll see if your sentence has the same use of modal noun to this sample sentence. There is a possibility of rain tomorrow. Please write down on your notes the sample sentences that I'll be giving you because later I'll be asking you some of your observations. Again, the sentence is, there is a possibility of rain tomorrow. Let's have the next modal noun, which is obligation. Obligation is a condition or feeling of being obligated or required. The sample sentence is, students have an obligation to study hard. I repeat, students have an obligation to study hard. Necessity is another modal noun which means the quality or state of being. This is the sample sentence. Nowadays, mobile phones are considered a necessity. I repeat, nowadays, mobile phones are considered a necessity. We have also ability, which is the quality or state of being able. Can you construct a sentence using this modal noun? Alright, let's see if your sentence has the same use in this sentence. I have a friend who has the ability to read minds. I repeat the sentence. I have a friend who has the ability to read minds. The next modal noun is permission or the right to do something given by someone who has the power to allow or disallow. The sample sentence is, my brother is given permission to play. Again, the sample sentence is, my brother is given permission to play. Request, which means the condition or state of being requested or sought after, is also a modal noun. Here is the sample sentence. The sick lady sent a request for medical assistance. The sick lady sent a request for medical assistance. Let's take the word promise as another modal noun, which means a declaration to do or refrain from doing something. Can you give me a sentence using that modal noun? Thank you, class. We'll see if your sentence has the same use of modal noun in this sentence. It is important that when we make a promise, we keep it. I repeat, it is important that when we make a promise, we keep it. We have also the word chance, which defines as the condition or fact of a particular outcome in an uncertain situation. The sample sentence is, if Tony works hard, he has a big chance of succeeding. I repeat, if Tony works hard, he has a big chance of succeeding. Do you still want to know more of these modal nouns? That's the spirit. The next modal noun is the word requirement, or a condition that something is needed or must be done. An example of a sentence using this model is, during the pandemic, quarantine pass is a requirement if one will go to the grocery store. During the pandemic, quarantine pass is a requirement if one will go to the grocery store. Responsibility or the quality or state of being responsible, and capacity or the quality or state of being able to do something are also examples of modal nouns. After determining the types, the meaning of the modal words, and constructing sample sentences using this, what do you observe with the modal nouns? Are they similar to modal verbs? If yes, how are they similar? If not, how are they different? Your explanations are truly commendable. I am so proud of you, class. Yes, the modal nouns are mostly names of qualities or states. They're similar to modal verbs in a way that they also express modal meaning. However, they are different from modal verbs in the way that they are used in a sentence. Modal verbs are used to add information to the main verb, while modal nouns name a quality, state, or condition that is state modality. Now, for your next activity, turn your module on page 15. Let's call this activity Find Me. So here's the instructions. I'm going to read modal nouns used in sentences. Then, as I do, write the modal noun that you have identified. I repeat the instructions. I am going to read modal nouns used in sentences. Then, as I do, write the modal noun that you have identified. Are you ready? For number 1. There is a possibility that I will be chosen to join the contest. I repeat, there is a possibility that I will be chosen to join the contest. 2. The weather forecast stated that the likelihood of rain tomorrow is high. Again, the weather forecast stated that the likelihood of rain tomorrow is high. 3. Eating healthy foods is a necessity. Eating healthy foods is a necessity. Number 4. Many people express their willingness to help those in need. Again, many people express their willingness to help those in need. 5. My father made a promise that he would buy me a laptop. Again, my father made a promise that he would buy me a laptop. Let's have number 6. We have an obligation to take care of the environment. We have an obligation to take care of the environment. We proceed to number 7. Here's number 7. The construction workers made a request to allow them to go back to work. The construction workers made a request to allow them to go back to work. 8. Our classroom has the capacity to accommodate 30 students. Our classroom has the capacity to accommodate 30 students. 9. I met the basic requirements for me to enroll in an online class. Again, I met the basic requirements for me to enroll in an online class. And for number 10, many families were given the chance to bond during the lockdown. I repeat, many families were given the chance to bond during the lockdown. Are you ready for checking? Let's see, what did you find? Tell me the answers. Okay. Number 1 is possibility. 2. Likelihood. 3. Necessity. 4. Willingness. 5. We have promise. 6. Obligation. 7. Request. 8. Capacity. 9. Requirements. And 10. Chance. Count your scores. How many got 9 to 10? How about 5 to 6? 3 to 4? And 1 to 2? Well, congratulations! If you passed, keep doing good. If you didn't, keep trying. You can be better. And because of that, let's try again. This time, let's test the sharpness of your mind. We call the next activity as Puzzle to Ponder. You can find it at page 16. What you need to do is to fill out the crossword puzzle. Answer it as fast as you can. You're going to do the challenge in just 1 minute. Your time starts now.
Challenge accepted.
We'll now check your activity. Let's start from the words in down pattern. For number 1, the clue given is, it's the quality or state of being able. What's that modal word? Yes, it's ability. For number 3, it's looking for quality or state of being responsible, and that word is correct. It's responsibility. The answer in number 5 is capacity, or the quality or state of being able to do something. Let's proceed to the cross pattern of the crossword puzzle. For number 2, it's looking for the modal noun, which is quality or state of being in need, and the correct answer is necessity. For number 5, the correct answer is capacity, or the state of being able to do something. Again, count your correct answers. I hope you got high scores. 2 thumbs up for you guys. I believe you've already understood our lesson. Am I correct? What is it all about? Exactly. We discussed about modal nouns and how to construct sentences using such. Now, let's see how far do you know about our lesson. Are you ready for your quiz? I'm glad you're ready. So give you preparation time. Let's listen first to this reminder.
Isabela Sdo.
Hey CJ, why are you not wearing your face mask here in the market?
It's alright. I won't go out of town anyway, so I can still be COVID-free. Besides, my father said only those who are in the city have a greater chance of being infected with the virus.
What? Haven't you heard from the news that we must wear a mask whenever we need to go out? The Department of Interior and Local Government has issued a memo on mandatory wearing of face masks or other protective equipment in public places nationwide. Did you also know that surgical masks can give us with 95% protection from viruses while 80% from bacteria? Here, I have an extra.
Oh, I see. Thanks for this. I'm going home now to share to my parents the important news you've told me.
This is a friendly reminder from the Department of Education and this station.
And we're back here in English Academy with your teacher, Teacher Terence Chris Arellano. I believe you have your pens and notes now for the quiz. Please turn up your module on page 17. What can you see? Correct. You can see pictures. So, what you need to do is complete the description of each picture by writing the correct modal nouns. Do you have any question regarding our lesson? If none, enrich what you have learned through doing ideas that will help minimize the problem of garbage pollution in our country. Write them in a complete sentence using the given modal nouns and be guided by the illustrations. Don't also forget to write your reflection on today's radio class. I hope you learned so much today about modal nouns. Thank you for being so participative. Now, let's start your quiz. All you have to do is to choose your answers among these modal words: obligation, ability, promise, chance, necessity, and likelihood. Again, please take down the following choices. Here are the choices: obligation, ability, promise, chance, necessity, and likelihood. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Let's start. For number 1, it is an blank that we avoid wet floors to avoid accident. Again, it is an blank that we avoid wet floors to avoid accident. Number 2, every parent has a blank to take care of their children, especially when they are sick. I repeat, every parent has a blank to take care of their children, especially when they are sick. Number 3, many love Anna because of her blank to sing. Many love Anna because of her blank to sing. Number 4, I hope I will have the blank to ride my bicycle again. I hope I will have the blank to ride my bicycle again. And for the last number, I was so happy on my birthday because my mother kept her blank that she would buy me a cake. I repeat, I was so happy on my birthday because my mother kept her blank that she would buy me a cake. Are you done? Alright, that's all for today. Don't forget to include your activities today in your portfolio. On behalf of our scriptwriter, Teacher Isaac Castro, and the Sdo Isabela Rbi production team of English Academy, this is Teacher Terence Chris Arellano saying, always stay safe, healthy, and educated. Thank you and goodbye.
Henerasyon sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang maiiwan. Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela.
Let's talk about words. Subject, verb, your teacher. On air.
Naku, ang lakas na ng hangin. Paparating na ata talaga ang bagyo. Mabuti na lang, nakita ko ang listahan ng mga dapat ihanda kanina sa Facebook ng DepEd. Ito ay ang tubig, pagkain, ID card, mahalagang dokumento, flashlight at baterya, posporo at lighter, first aid kit, kutsilyo, radyo, kumot, banig, lubid, gamit panligo, at ilang mga damit. Tawagin man kami para sa agarang paglikas, handang-handa kami.
Maging handa sa anumang sakuna. Isang paalala mula sa kagawaran ng edukasyon at ng himpilang ito.
Isabela Sdo.
O anak, bakit hindi mo ginagalaw ang pagkain mo? Inay, ayoko po ng ulam. Ang gusto ko po sana ay chicken joy at hotdog, kagaya ng mga kalaro ko. Hindi mo ba alam anak na ang mga pagkain iyan ay hindi sapat ang sustansyang kailangan ng iyong katawan? Kailangan mo din kumain ng gulay at prutas dahil ang mga ito ay nagbibigay ng iba't ibang bitamina upang lumakas ang iyong resistensya. Ganun po ba, Nay? Sige po, kakainin ko na po ang aking pagkain. Nang sa ganun, ay lumakas po ang aking katawan at malayo sa sakit. Isang paalala mula sa kagawaran ng edukasyon at ng himpilang ito.
Isabela Sdo.
Patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon.
Sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang may iwan.
Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela.
Tayo na!
Sa Radyo Eskwela.